Good morning, everybody. It's Friday, TGIF. This is Carrie from KDS Insurance Services down in Texas, and I wanted to talk to you today because it's Labor Day weekend, and there's a lot of people that are renting vehicles this weekend to go out of town for the long weekend. And I had a request earlier in the week to talk about this particular subject. So I always like to try to take what I work on during the week and then share it with you because it's pertinent information that we've just talked about. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, by the way, and thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I do appreciate that. So if you don't mind, before you leave, if you leave a comment, like and subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell so you know the next time that I post a video. Okay, so the question is, do I have insurance coverage for a rental car? And do I buy the collision damage waiver, which is sold to you by the rental car company? Well, two parts to this question. So generally speaking, and you do need to check with your agent to make sure, but generally speaking, in the state of Texas, your personal auto policy does transfer to a rental car. Now, you need to make sure of that though. You need to call your agent and ask your agent that. But generally speaking, yes, in the state of Texas, your personal auto policy does transfer to a rental car. So should you buy collision damage waiver? In my opinion, yes, you should. Okay, Carrie, so why should you do that? Well, when you rent a car, if you are not buying collision damage waiver, then your insurance is in place. So if you have an accident in a rental car company car, and it's your fault, then your policy is responsible for paying for the car, as well as any damages the rental car, with you driving it, causes to anybody else in the public or the public's property, and any pain and suffering and medical bills. So your insurance policy is going to be responsible for that if you do not sign the collision damage waiver. If you don't sign the collision damage waiver and you damage the car and it's your fault, then the rental car company is going to collect the deposit that you have on, not the deposit, sorry, back that up. They're going to collect the deductible that you carry on your insurance policy. So let's just say you do have an accident, it's your fault, and you damage the rental car. When you go to check back in with that rental car company, deliver the car, or if the car is undeliverable because you've totaled it, then that rental car company is going to collect from you right then and right there your deductible. That's a scary proposition, depending on what your deductible is, right? So I always tell my clients to buy the collision damage waiver. I always buy the collision damage waiver because when I elect to buy that collision damage waiver, the rental car company's insurance is always primary. So if I have an accident in that rental car, then I know by buying collision damage waiver, I'm doing two things. I'm protecting my own policy from paying out a penny to a rental car or anybody else, and I'm protecting my deductible, so I don't have a deductible. If I wreck their car or somebody else's car, they're not going to collect a deductible. By buying that collision damage waiver, their insurance policy is going to be the primary policy for all damages that you incur to their vehicle or somebody else. So depending on the rental car company, for $8 more a day, I would rather have their policy pay for any damages that I do in a rental car, because then I'm protecting my policy, right? I'm not going to get, my policy's then not going to come at me at renewal and say, oh, well, by the way, you had an accident in a rental car, it was your fault, and we paid out X amount of dollars, and so now guess what? Your insurance is going to go up because we paid out $1 or whatever they paid. So I personally always buy collision damage waiver because I want their policy to be primary. I don't want my policy to be responsible for it. And I don't want to have to, if I do cause an accident, I don't want to have to shovel out my deductible when I close that rental agreement out. So would I tell you to buy collision damage waiver? Yes, I would. My personal opinion, again, there's a lot of other agents out there just that say, well, you know, you've got insurance, why not let your insurance pay for it? Well, I'm of the opinion after 40 years, I don't want to give my insurance company any reason to rate increase me. I don't want them to have any reason whatsoever at renewal to come back to me and raise my rate. And that includes while I'm in a rental car. So the answer to this question is buy the collision damage waiver. It's not that expensive, and you are protecting your personal policy, and most importantly, you are making sure that when you return that vehicle that you're not going to have to pay your deductible to that rental car company. Of course, if you have any questions on this, please don't hesitate to ever reach out to me. I'm here to help you. That's what these videos are for. They're designed to help you become a more educated consumer so you can understand the world of insurance. It can be complicated, and so that's what these videos are here for, to help you. So please leave us a comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget, make sure you hit that bell so you know the next time that we post a video. And I really hope you have a fantastic Friday. It's TGIF, and it's the long Labor Day weekend. Have a great weekend, everybody, and fall is finally here. God bless.